The time and now His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Regional Parliament na or Kenkan State of the Nation no. Ɔka bi na saa nsɛm a His Excellency John Dramani Mahama kan no ama amanfo bebree adwene mu yɛ ɔmo na ama aside that no nso a starting conversations bebree ɛwɔ internet no so amanfo bebree ɛkyerɛ ɔmo adwen ɛde fa ho a ɛnya asɛm ketewa. Now according to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no ɔkyerɛ sɛ uhwe sisi ya baby a NDC amanyukuo no abiodi oman Ghana economy amana ba bedru na economic indicators ni nyina no omaboa alowa ni nyina no e de abo oman Ghana uhwe baby a inflation da eye Ghana esikasem ye sidi na hoɔden ene saa nneoma na ekyerese oman bi economy no e perform ni nyina no according to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama de o kyeremu se omabɔ mo humɔden bia se Ɛbobɔba saa nneoma ni nyina no agina ne na so nanso ɔsan so kyerɛ sɛ ohwɛ the way a ɛyɛ ntɔkwa asi ɛwɔ US ɛne Iran fo ne ntem na sesei bomb edi ahimu ɛwɔ Middle East hɔnom weetuma ni we na weetuma ni we no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama kyerɛ sɛ adwuma a ɔmayɛ ni nyina no sɛ yɛ ahwɛ yie die a ɛne saa ntɔkwa we ɛbɛyi raise ni nyina no ahwɛ amanfo mpo bɛka sɛ His Excellency John Dramani Mahama po ba ye de ombo adwuma bia nanso okiremu adwuma de omabo bi pa na emum eye ntokwai na wanhwe ya ebeba na ba erase ni nyina na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no si ya pe na amanfo nso astati a omodi nkomofa ho a enya asem ketua na nka de His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ye kan de na nka ne kwan so ano no nanso wo hwe 2020 ani 2021 2022 Wabra NDC amanyukuo no de external factors ana eha oman Ghana economy omode saa nneoma ni nyina no eye politics no eno na ama amanfo nso kyerɛ sɛ sise de omuni right bia sɛ eye omoba abonten na omobɛka saa nsɛm ne de kyerɛ oman Ghana for because emre bi atwam omoka kyerɛ NPP amanyukuo ni sɛ mo mfa COVID-19 any Russia Ukraine ntokwa no enye skills na omum perform badly debum so mo pese omubua mo man Ghana economy ni gina ne na so omubetimi aye despite external factors ana ekoso as at that time into na similar thing and amanfo kyerese say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama fee say crisis na eba no ontimi gina no a ene onko no onkompa His Excellency na nado danko Akufo-Addo achew na ne ideas as at that time we use ye eboa ye ema Ghana economy no an crash no onko siki for sa ideas ni nyina no fa meboa no my Ghana engina ne na so okatache frifa abro nsam so ye pa e de a His Excellency John Dramani Mahama emorem na yenkotie emu asem
ni mpleda emienga say COVID-19 Russia Ukraine external factors affected the economy of Ghana because we are in a global economy where every country is interdependent on the other because of a global trade. It is a BBC war a German so say a war which interfere with a oil production, a war which interferes with a movement of a goods and services. So COVID-19 obviously there was lockdown in major countries. Ships were not moving from China to Ghana, from America to Ghana, from Thailand to Ghana, so such matters have the tendency of affecting the economy of Ghana. And yet, here are John Dramani Mahama and said that COVID-19 had any extenuating factors on our economy. It could never have been, but it was the pure mismanagement of Akufo-Addo's government which led to the predicament we found ourselves. That is what John Dramani Mahama pure mismanagement on the side of Akufo-Addo. Yes, we gave it to them, assuming without admitting that they were right yesterday.
Russia and Ukraine's war has also featured prominently on the list of excuses. Russia and Ukraine's war has also featured prominently on the list of excuses. The Russia-Ukraine conflict cannot possibly be responsible for the suffering we're going through.
So, John Dramani Mahama said the Russia-Ukraine war cannot possibly
Russia and Ukraine's war has also featured prominently on the list of excuses. Russia and Ukraine's war has also featured prominently on the list of excuses. The Russia-Ukraine conflict cannot possibly be responsible for the suffering we're going through.
So, Domani Mahama, the position on matters bordering a economy and the Akufo-Addo, and say Russia-Ukraine war could never and cannot be a factor that is affecting negatively Akufo-Addo's government, the economy and the Akufo-Addo's government. No, he does not believe in that. Assuming without admitting, we give it to him. Fast forward, Iran, any US, any Israel, any Omontoko Awomoku. All of a sudden, where are John Domani Mahama, TNT area, what's it? Yeah, radio. Here are John Domani Mahama.
Watch
City News, Enra, CTFM 42 said, here are John Domani Mahama said, Middle East conflict could hurt African economy. Hey. Waga, yesterday we were watching. Rough no away no. You're mama. Rough no away no. Can we rough no? Yesterday. You cannot use this as a means of covering your incompetence and ineptitude. If the argument was right yesterday, it is right today. Says Amijamfi Airway, KG1 Brofu, why the bombs that Putin is throwing to Ukraine has some fallen on Ghana. Yeah, the bombs and the missiles and the hypersonic and sonic drones Ayatollah put it on Israel and Tehran has some fallen on Ghana in Samijamfi's voice. We are asking the question. The bombs that the Ayatollah Khamenei Tehran Israel Tel Aviv America for Toba Tehran has some fallen on Ghana in Samijamfi's voice. The bombs that Putin is putting on throwing on Ukraine. We will not sit down today. We will not sit down tomorrow for you to use Russia, US, Israel, Tehran war, which is Iran war, as a means to cover your incompetence. In fact, we don't even know Senator Kwakwasу, because per your logic, Ghana is immune. Ghana is immune from any extenuating factors that has the possibility of affecting our economy. Per the logic of yesterday, which we are applying the same logic today. Ghana is immune. The economy of Ghana is sovereign. In fact, we are a sovereign nation. And of course, we were in anticipation of such external factors. So under your leadership, Ato Forsen, you ought to have been a different leader, that you anticipated such external factors, and in the event that these external factors should hit in, you have the shocks to be able to withstand such as. Nobody should come and give us any excuses. If excuses was not good for Akufo-Addo's government yesterday, surely it cannot be today. It is a my goodness, and the Russia Middle East conflict could hurt African. Oh, yeah, correct. Middle East, any Togo. Middle East, any Burkina. Said yes, said the economy of, in fact, the economy of Iran as it stands now is still thriving. Iran economy is saying. So nobody should come and tell us. There is no war in Ghana. There is no war in Togo. There is no war in Burkina. There is no war in Cote d'Ivoire. Ghana is peaceful. So, gentlemen, with the greatest of respect, please, Mr. President, you and Samijamfi, the same English, KG1 English,
saying that these so-called global factors, COVID-19, Russia-Ukrainian war, affected Ghana more than it affected even Ukraine, which is at war with Russia. Why the bombs Putin is throwing to Ukraine? Are we having some of the bombs fall in Ghana here? So look, stop the flimsy and frivolous excuses.
So how one them do?
Are we saying that these so-called global factors, COVID-19, Russia-Ukrainian war, affected Ghana more than it affected even Ukraine, which is at war with Russia? Why the bombs Putin affected Ghana more than it affected even Ukraine, which is at war with Russia? Why the bombs Putin is throwing to Ukraine? Are we having some of the bombs fall in Ghana here? So look, stop the flimsy and frivolous excuses.
Stop the flimsy and frivolous excuses. I'm just one prepare no kwa you to me we brofu one wine. Sabe, to me we brofu you brofu no 1 2 the bombs that Putin is putting on Ukraine. Is it some falling on a devastation? And then the bombs that Tel Aviv is putting on Tehran, and the bombs that Tehran is reprisal attacks from Tehran, it has no effect on our economy. Let's make that very clear. Obiatim may use as an excuse. That point needs to be established. Now, Yanko welcome soon. Yera Kofi Adams says, so the Ghana police for America. The joke is just too much. The main topic I'm is Kofi Adams say Ghana Black Stars Management Committee were budgeted $310,000 as appearance fee. Payment to appearance fee, appearance fee. A budgeted $310,000 at the management committee. Now, budget signer or the Koyera John Amani Mama said they should be transparent with the Ghanaian taxpayers' money, and for that matter, whatever budget that Black Star is going with, it must be made open. And guess what? Yera Kofi Adams said budget a Black Stars for Edeko. Now Yediako World Cup na 13,767,965. 13 million, almost $14 million. World Cup no. Budget our model ko 14, almost 14 million. You call a decimal point when it is above 7. After the decimal point, you raise it. So almost $14 million. And almost what model ko World Cup aqua ko free. Now 14 million. 2022 Akufo-Addo a peso. You had the 5.4 million the core a year World Cup. 2022, you had a 5.4 million and a co-World Cup. Ghana Force and Tibida, a Akufo-Addo you reckless, a Akufo-Addo over expenditure, and Debe, and no my joy online, my joy news. Now we're Mudimrika, no Makofa, Ababum, and you Debe, my joy for the no my joy for the headline, Abatum, 4.4 million appearance fees and worse. The GFS preposterous 2020 for almost 14 million. 4 years down the lane, from 2022 to 2026, 4 years, you had almost 14 million. Triple of what was used in 2022. And yet, my jawline headline BMI. My jawline for so Monte is the afraid journalist for the journalist for the slot. Say journalist need the episode Kobia, waiting here for any party abenti, and go can was him. And go can was him. 14 million inti Randy Abbey. I will know Sabrinka Kokobod and somewhere Kosovo. 14 million inti Randy Abbey resign free appointments committee of Black Stars. Randy Abbey so on site. I will better Kokobod for Yentimintia and Yoko Kuyafoka. Koko Kuyafosu, Randy Abbey no Kokobod, CEO no SM Hotel Maimu, Motion, Randy Abbey said, Oba Kupa Kokobod, no sa kwa 14 million mu be as a year chairman of the appointees of Black Stars Management Committee. Black Stars Management Committee. Randia besu obetina ho adisika koko board. Nemo mu yakwa World Cup on hwe koko akuafo. Osabe chairman of the appointment committee no akwa akwaje. Tenyi no aje. Randia bewu akoko akuafo suno. Sesa wasikoko akuafo minimo no mfoma samko me ko World Cup asikoko. Eti Randia benani hasa ama the chairman of the appointment committee of Black Stars. And these two appointments are very demanded, being chairman of the appointment committee of Black Stars. And John Dramani Mahama is still sitting down, making sure that Randiabe is not paying attention to Koko Kuyafo. And Ayo Biafe, near Toma in Mubian Timinka. Ayo Biafe, if so Randiabe, John Mahama, Adamfo, Randiabe, Lordina Mahama, Enipa. Na Lordina Mahama, over interest to Koko Board, or Panombuza's interest, Venomso. When you open it, time open no interest. Now, maybe the board should go my so not tracks there say, now you say, now Lordina Mahama no, one tracks no, maybe you say, now you say, now come you say, no more fertilizer, pan the come you say, the you say, now Lordina Mahama, now you say, no come you say, it Koko Board, what here? Lordina Mahama will interest now. Randia Benet Lodina, Chocho Muchopa. It is any Randina, Lodina, Chocho Muchone, Randia Bedia. Yes, I can only if it's one AC to the interest of a Lodina. Sano Moka, Moka, no market for me, catch on so that Bianco. I'm so I know quick at the Miss Oyan comes down quick. I'm so Lodina, I open it time, no, a Koya say, and a we say, fertilizer BSA, and a yes, and a tracks, when we say, and Lodina, the Enco say. When Penicasa, the American Utia, what meet the coding here, Padamis, what in Kobono, I said. It is so much down on Bar. I see a papa and so near ma, a young Ladina boy, which is Randiabi, a Kosovo. It's a Randiabi no, and young Coco for Muntino Ho. Here, Morisu Brimo. Lordina Mahama yese ebe yese ebekwa yese na yese na tracks e twoko fertilizer ayese na hu sika no be yese ko yese contract no ebi yese ko bi yese ko. So the interest of Lordina Mahama is superseding that of the Koko Kuyafo. That is why Randiabe can occupy such a sensitive position and yes to occupy another sensitive demanding position as a year. Eti Koko Kuyafo muntumuna Randiabi wakwa Black Star match. Randiabi almost $14 million you could share to Spidedi. Appearance fee. Appointments committee appearance fee inquired $300,000 US.